Okay, welcome. Alright, so again, saya ulang balik. So we're going to look at motion. So in motion, we have two type of motion. Linear motion, okay, which is one-dimensional, and projectile motion, two-dimensional. Okay, for one-dimensional, we have horizontal, and then we have vertical. So horizontal, it will be related to x-axis, and vertical, okay, we're going to look at y-axis. Okay, example is free fall motion. Okay, so untuk projectile, okay, it will involve two-dimensional. This one is, I'm not sure if you have already seen this in secondary, but for senior student, okay, untuk SES yang tahun lepas tu, sesi lepas, awak tak ada dalam syllabus awak, jadi please pay attention to this. Okay, let's say untuk projectile ni, saya bagi sedikit overview. Katakan awak sepak bola tu di atas on the ground. So this is the ground. So kita akan melihat path. Okay, the path that the ball will take is the purple one, the dotted line here. So as you can see here, that the path it take is in, okay, this is the velocity of the path. Okay, okay, so this is the velocity of the path. As you can see that the velocity is in a direction where we can resolve, okay, the velocity. Kita kena resolve velocity ni kepada x-axis dan kepada y-axis. Jadi dia melibatkan dua, okay, that's why kita panggil dia two-dimensional. Okay, because it will involve both x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so itu nanti kita akan tengok balik. Alright, so kita akan hari ini pergi kepada horizontal. Okay, so before that, let me just explain to you what does it mean by linear motion. Siapa tahu? Secara ayat simpelnya, apa maksud linear? Good. Okay. Motion in a straight line. Sorry ya, saya tak nampak nama awak siapa. Okay. Anyway, bagus. Thank you for answering it very precisely. Itu yang saya nak. Okay. So, linear motion is what we said as motion in a. Okay. Hari ni malfunction banyak sikit. Okay. So basically linear motion is a motion in a straight line. Linear. Okay. Motion in a straight line. Okay, so it will be either x-axis or y-axis like this, or to the left or upward. Okay, so all of this is what we call as motion in a straight line. Okay, so before that, okay, before understanding the equation, okay, so kita tengok 4 kuantiti yang penting. Okay, ada 4 kuantiti yang awak kena faham dulu, okay, sebelum kita pergi kepada equation untuk selesaikan. Okay, siapa tahu that 4 quantities? What is the 4 quantities, okay, that needed to be understand before we describe a motion? In order to describe a motion, we need these 4 quantities. Can you name the 4 quantities? Okay, bahasa Inggerisnya, pecutan. Displacement, betul? Yes, velocity. Yes, another one is, okay, time. Okay. Okay, so jadi saya pergi kepada dia one by one secara, okay. Displacement is the most important one, okay, when describing a motion. The second one is a velocity. The third one is acceleration. Okay, and last one is time. These are 4 quantities that needed, okay, in describing a motion. So displacement, the symbol is S, velocity is V, For this chapter, we're going to use another symbol for velocity, which is u. Okay, so v is final velocity, u is initial velocity, and then acceleration a, pecutan, and then time t. Okay, so untuk pelajar yang bahasa Melayu, okay, jangan anggap kalau bahasa Inggeris ni saya faham sebab saya dulu pun belajar dalam bahasa Melayu masa SPM. Bila saya belajar dalam matrik, saya kena tukar bahasa Inggeris. Jadi awak kena terus cekap dalam translate. Okay, new word kena terus. Kalau pecutan dalam bahasa Inggeris apa? Acceleration. Okay, and it will take time untuk adapt. Okay, tapi memang kena biasakan. So, ketiga-tiga kuantiti ini, okay, ketiga-tiga kuantiti yang atas ni adalah kita panggil sebagai vector quantity. Okay, so bila kita kata dia vector quantity, meaning that it will have two important characteristic, which is it will have both magnitude and direction. Okay, for all the three quantity here, S, V, U, and A, which is S, velocity, and acceleration. So when we say that it have magnitude, meaning it have a nilai, a value. Okay, so let's say I'm describing S. Okay, S. For S, okay, whenever we write down S, we have to make sure that we write down the direction. So direction is write down as either positive or negative depending on the direction. So later kita akan tengok bila dia nak jadi positif, bila dia akan jadi negative. So let's say I put down negative 30 meter. Okay, so this negative sign here indicates its direction. Okay, this is the direction, and the 30 meter here indicates the value. Okay, or the magnitude. So, okay, that is what it means by vector quantity. Alright, so for time, okay, doesn't it's not important because it's important, okay, but it's just a scalar quantity, meaning it will only have value and it will never have negative value for time because time always positive. Okay, kita tak ada time yang backward. Okay, unless you are in Marvel world. Okay, kalau awak dalam dunia Marvel, okay, awak boleh patah balik masa lah. Alright, so let's see an example of, okay, the sign. Okay, kalau kita tengok, saya dah buat satu table ni. Okay, bila kita nak letak positif, bila kita nak letak negatif. So, let's say for S, okay, positive sign, bila kita ada, katakan direction dia adalah to the right. Okay, dia akan jadi negative when the direction is to the left. Right, so another one, okay, dia ada dua reason dia boleh jadi. Satu lagi bila dia upward. Okay, bila dia, no, not upward, sorry. Saya tak boleh cakap dia upward. Okay, yang ni saya akan explain data dengan lebih mendalam apa yang saya maksudkan di sini. Okay, okay. Above, dia akan jadi positif bila dia above reference point. Okay, yang ni bila dia below reference point. Okay, untuk point kedua ni saya akan jelaskan bila kita pergi kepada vertical. Okay, yang saya highlight ni, right, yang ni dia adalah untuk vertical. Okay, so this one would be for horizontal. Alright. For velocity, which is u and v, okay, it will be positive when it's to the right or upward. Okay, this one is simple. Right or upward, and then this one will be left or downward. Okay, so example, you have velocity equals to 2 meter per second. So it would be either right, okay, the direction would be either right or upward depending on the question. So kalau ada negatif kat sini, so take note that the direction is either left or downward. Right, for acceleration A, okay, acceleration A also have two reasons, okay, when it will be positive. So the first one, it will be positive when velocity increase. Velocity increase. Okay, velocity increase. And then it will be negative when velocity decrease. Right. Okay. This is the first reason, okay, when it will be positive. Ataupun bila kita kata velocity increase ni, ayat dia apa? Terms. What is the terms for positive acceleration? Kita panggil the object will be in. Apa ayat dia? Siapa tahu terms dia? Tahu. Tahu Kita panggil dia accelerated. Okay, accelerated. Kalau velocity decrease ni kita panggil apa term dia? Yes, decelerated. Ataupun ada satu lagi terms yang kita boleh guna untuk decelerated ni. Siapa tahu? Huruf R. It start with R. Yes, retardation. Okay, retardation. Right. So another one, okay, another reason when the acceleration can be written as positive is when it's going upward, and the other one when it's going downward. Right? So basically these two, okay, these two can be found in both horizontal and no, this one only in horizontal. Okay, so untuk yang ke atas ni untuk horizontal case, okay, but for both cases horizontal and vertical jugalah basically, okay. Tapi untuk yang kedua ni dia tak termasuklah untuk horizontal. Alright, so nanti kita akan pergi lebih mendalam lagi. Okay, now I want to just recap on what is acceleration. Okay, what is acceleration? How do you understand acceleration? In a simple way. Okay, so kita boleh tengok kat sini contoh saya bagi. Okay, mana gambar yang satu? Okay, kita tengok kat sini gambar ni, gambar ada kereta bergerak. Okay, apa dia yang dimaksudkan dengan acceleration ialah, as you can see, okay, in 0 second the velocity is 5. Okay, another 2 seconds, the velocity now increase to 10. Okay, another 4 seconds, 15, 20, next one 25, and then 30. So what is the acceleration? We can say that the velocity increase, right? The velocity increase means that the car is in acceleration, have acceleration. So how much is the acceleration? Just by looking at the number here, how much is the acceleration? Good, 5. Okay, the acceleration is 5 meter per second, and that just positive. Okay, the in front will be just positive because it's increasing. The velocity is increasing. Okay, bila saya sebut increasing, saya buat tanda ke atas macam ni. Okay, nak panah ke atas, tu maksudnya dia increase. Takut awak confused dengan upward pula kan. Okay, ini lambang untuk increase. Alright. So awak nampak tak? Dia increase sebanyak 5. Maksudnya kadar penambahan dia in every 2 second, the pecutan or the acceleration will be 5 meter per second square. So let's say the acceleration is 2 meter per second square, meaning every time it will be, okay, the velocity will be increased by 2. Okay, so that is what simply how you can understand acceleration in a simple way. So sepanjang masa, okay, acceleration tu akan bertambah. So let's say it's negative. Okay, it's negative, let's say negative 3. Meaning that, okay, the acceleration, so the velocity will be decreased by 3 along the motion. Okay, simple je, acceleration. So now we're gonna look at new stuff. Bukan new pun, awak dah biasa dah tengok equation ni. Okay, sebelum kita pergi kepada practice, kita akan tengok the equation of motion. Okay, kita ada 4 equation of motion. Okay, equation of motion, dan kita akan guna equation ni untuk kita selesaikan problems. Okay, to solve the problems later. So the first equation, okay, actually I have to show you the derivation, okay, but the derivation is just I need the graph. Okay, I need the graph to explain the derivation. So I have to do the graph first, okay, sebab graph tu kita tak sempat lagi buat. Nanti saya akan buat next week kot graph tu. Okay, so equation of motion, the first one is V equals to U plus AT. Okay, saya tulis je dulu equation dia. The second one is S equals to half U plus V T. The third one is S equals to UT plus half AT square. Last one is V square U square plus 2AS. Alright, so the terms, okay, the terms here, VU, what is it? Okay, so I will explain to you before that V is the final velocity. U is the initial velocity, and then S is the displacement, A is the acceleration, lastly T is time. Okay, so you need to remember the definition for each symbol here. What is that meaning? Okay, right. Before we proceed to the equation, okay, I would like to introduce to you a terms that we might encounter during we solve the problem. Mungkin terms ni ada yang baru, ada yang mungkin dah biasalah. Okay, tapi tak apa. So I just need to show you the terms that we might find. Okay, first terms. Okay, ayat pertama dalam soalan adalah at rest. Okay, awak mungkin encounter the word at rest. Okay, so at rest, okay, dia ada hidden. There is hidden meaning behind this ataupun hidden information yang kita kena tahu. Siapa tahu bila dia something is at rest, what quantity that it will refer to? Kuantiti mana yang dia ada kaitan dengan at rest ni? V, U, S, A, T. V, yes, velocity. Okay, so basically what at rest mean is that the object or the car, okay, is not moving. So another word at rest, sometimes dia boleh jadi juga soalan tu tulis instead of at rest dia kata not moving or stop. Ataupun kita boleh kata stationary. Okay, there is a lot of terms yang membawa maksud yang sama dengan at rest. Okay, stationary. Alright, so kat sini bila kita kata at rest, dia boleh jadi the velocity equals to 0. Okay, kita ada dua jenis velocity, initial dan final. So it can be either U or V equals to 0. So mathematically, this is what it means by at rest. And then another terms that you're gonna encounter later, which is the second one is a uniform. Okay, uniform velocity. So what does it mean? In other words, apart from uniform. Apa lagi kata yang seerti dengan uniform? Constant, yes, constant, good, constant velocity. Maksudnya dalam bahasa Melayu, kalau awak belajar dalam bahasa Melayu, uniform ni kita panggil malar, kan? Constant ni malar. Okay, constant velocity or same velocity pun boleh juga. Okay, so mathematically, what does this mean bila kita nak selesaikan equation? Okay, what do you think this statement referring to? Good. Okay, so A equals to 0. Okay, bila kita jumpa uniform velocity ataupun constant velocity, perkataan ni menunjukkan yang nilai A dia equals to 0. Okay, tapi awak jangan confuse pula dengan perkataan uniform acceleration. Okay, what does it mean by uniform acceleration? Nanti bila awak nampak ada je, biasa student dia akan kalau student yang jenis tak cautious, very careless kan. So dia akan nampak perkataan uniform ni, dia pantang nampak uniform. Dia akan terus tulis A equal to 0. Okay, but you need to look at what is the uniform. Uniform apa? Okay, kalau dia tulis uniform acceleration, this one is different. Okay, uniform acceleration dia tidak menunjukkan nilai A itu adalah 0. Uniform acceleration maksudnya A dia sentiasa constant. Okay, A is always constant. Nilai dia sentiasa, kalau 2 saja. Maksudnya kadar penambahan velocity tu 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, itu maksud the difference between uniform velocity and uniform acceleration. Alright, so kita pergi terus kepada, mesti tak sabar dah kan nak selesaikan masalah kan. Okay, pergi terus kepada example. Okay, exercise 2. Okay, remember, bear in mind dalam kepala awak sekarang kena ada this information yang saya bagi tahu tadi, kena faham information ni dulu, then baru awak boleh pergi kepada soalan lah. Okay, sebab tu saya ajar yang tadi tu. Okay, with that in mind, okay, kita pergi kepada soalan pertama. A car start from rest. Okay, kita dah jumpa dah perkataan pertama, rest. Okay, a car start from rest, accelerate uniformly. Okay, accelerate uniformly, bukan velocity dia yang uniform. So, acceleration dia yang uniform. For t equals to 5 seconds. So, the first thing you need to do is write down all the mathematic information that you get. Okay, matematiknya adalah from rest. Okay, a car start from rest. Maksudnya start tu dia initial lah. Okay, so this is the initial velocity. Sorry. Okay, so this one is initial. Okay, so bila dia kata start from rest, meaning the quantity U is equals to 0. And accelerate uniformly for T equals to 5 second. Okay, T dia equals to 5 second. Okay, accelerate uniformly. Maksudnya dia ada acceleration, but we just don't know what is the acceleration yet. Okay, over a distance of 100 meter. Okay, so here it stated the displacement 100 meter. It doesn't state where it's going towards, okay, whether it's right or left. Jadi kita ambil dia positif sahaja. Okay, we assume it's just positive value. Find the acceleration of the car. Okay, so these are the information we have. We need to find the acceleration. So you just need to remember the 4 equation here, which is, okay, the first one, I just write back it here. Saya tulis balik kat sini, which is the first one, my favorite, V equals to U plus AT. Saya suka panggil dia vuat. Okay, vuat, and then soft, and then sutat, lastly is vuas. Okay. Alright, so these four equations, the first, second, third, fourth. Between the four equation, which one should we choose to use for solving this problem? 3. Is it 3? Yes. Okay, so 3 is the the correct one. Kalau 1 kita tak ada V. Okay, number 1 kita tak boleh buat sebab tak ada V. Number 2 pun kita tak ada V. And kita tak ada A pun kat sini. Kita nak cari A. Okay, so the third one, okay, all information are here except for A. So A yang kita nak cari, so kita guna the third one. Right, so the third one is S equals to UT plus half AT square. Okay, S equals to 100, U is 0. Okay, so bila 0, saya tulis dulu lah. Biasa saya potong terus je, tapi tak apa. First problem kan. So A kita nak cari T5 square. Okay, then baru saya potong. So what left is 100. Okay, 25. Okay, half 25 divided by 2. Okay, over 2 A. Yes. So kita akan dapat A equals to jawapan dia 8 ms negative 2. Okay. Senang kan? Okay, sekarang ni saya nak awak buat, cuba cari nilai V. What is the final velocity of the car? Soalan tambahan. Yes? Tak dengar. 40. Okay, betul ke 40? Kita guna equation mana? Awak guna equation mana tu? Okay, equation 1. Aduh. Okay, equation 1. So, kita tengok V equals to U plus AT. So, V equals to 0 plus, okay, A kita dah cari tadi 8 darab dengan time 5. Okay, senang. Okay, easy peasy, which is V 40 ms negative 1. Right, kita pergi number 2. Okay, baca nombor 2. A plane on a runway takes 16.2 seconds. Okay.